You guys want to do my intro with me? I don't know if you remember it.
Well, where's your sweater though? We gotta.
Hey, what's up, World Wide Web? Welcome back to the channel where we explore my mind and the world. Today I'm joined by Felicia and Wes from Feather in the Wind. They are a travel channel. Well, I'll just let them explain their channel.
What we do. Yeah, we make YouTube videos. Like, we pretty much try to consistently travel.
Yes, we don't have like a permanent base right now. We're both Canadian, but he's from the West Coast, I'm from Toronto, and we like to travel. We make videos, fun videos on our YouTube channel. We have a travel blog, and we just like to share our experiences with whoever is watching.
So as you can tell, we're not in my bedroom with the paint chip on the back. So we are actually at Fel's parents' house. And I decided to start a new series because Wes reached out today asking if I wanted to come over and said, oh, now I can start that series talking to people who just really enjoy travel and want to share their experiences with other people. When did you guys get really into traveling and so how did it all start, you know, traveling from country to country, just going on Skyscanner and looking up the next place. How did that all start?
I think it was after our first trip. So we did a first trip together. We were backpacking Europe. And then when we came home, it was like, you know, the reality set in, but we didn't want to go back to our jobs. And so we were sort of trying to figure out how to make it work. We decided to keep traveling.
Well, I think Felicia is like the one. You're the one that had the idea to travel, the passion to travel, and I guess I was someone where I'd like to make that happen. Like if I want something, like I want to find a way to make it work. Felicia wanted to travel, and I was very open, and like that's how it kind of started.
I don't think that if we hadn't met, I don't think we would be traveling. Like you said, like I really had a passion for it, but I was, you know, supposed to be an accountant, and that was my path, and I would have never veered off it if I didn't have sort of like the support that I got from Wes.
Well, on that note, how did you guys actually meet?
I'm from the West Coast of Canada. She's from the East Coast. We both went to work in Edmonton, and like I've been living there for a while, and I was renting an apartment. I wanted to get rid of it. I was thinking about going back, and Felicia's one of the people that came to look at the apartment, so I can sublease it or whatever. And I remember I was hungover that day, and it was like 10:30, and I just, you know, I seen this girl, this beautiful girl, and I text her, and I said, do you want to go for a beer, right?
Yeah. I didn't like the apartment, and I had just moved to the city with the intention of focusing on my career. Like boys were not on my mind, but he messaged to follow up to see if I had liked the apartment, and I didn't, but then we went out for drinks, and then he didn't end up moving back, so we just hung out in Edmonton.
That's pretty much it.
What inspired you to start, I guess, logging your travel or sharing your experiences?
I think Felicia always wanted to make a blog, yeah. Right? And so we were kind of in the midst of blogging, and we had this camera, this little Nikon camera, and one day in Guanajuato, Mexico, like a small town, we were staying in like this local area. We were on this like rooftop, and they had like it was Sunday, and they had a bunch of street food.
Yeah. And
we thought, hey, why not make a video of us eating like the street food because not many people get to see like real Mexican street food.
It was really spontaneous. Like we had that one video, and then we didn't really think about it. We just kept making them. Because we were traveling in Mexico, we were doing a circuit for about 6 months. And so we just kept doing it, and we enjoyed. I think my favorite part of it is that I can look back to that first video, and it like brings back all the memories of our first video and all the experiences that we've had that I would have otherwise forgotten about. Like
we just had the one camera, and we had one computer, and so we shared the computer. I would edit and then she would. It would take. In Mexico, it would take 24 hours to upload a video.
Oh wow!
24 hours, and then like we would just pass the computer back and forth.
Oh, that's like you have to hand crank the Wi-Fi at that point.
Yeah,
hand crank the internet.
Exactly.
What do you think, out of all of the places you've gone to? I don't want any of your viewers to watch this and be like, "What do you mean this is my country's not the best country you've ever visited?" But what do you think is the most like picturesque for whether you shoot photography or for videos? And you can put it into different categories. So you can say, well, this country was the best for architecture, and this country was the best for landscapes, or this country was best for people. I don't know, something like that.
I would say right off the bat for beaches, the best place that like for our photos, like one of my most liked photos on Instagram is from this beach in Mexico called Isla Holbox, or like it's spelled Holbox, box. And like the beaches there, like I guess it'd be like Cancun. Like the water is well, it's close to Cancun. The water is so blue and the sand is so white. Like you can't. The picture's just too good.
You can walk out really far and it'll only be at your knees.
Oh, that's really awesome.
I think that it's called Wrocław in Poland, like Warclaw is how the English say it. Like that town in Poland was like every building is like colors, and it was like on a cloudy day it's gonna be it's such a beautiful shot.
It's really beautiful, and I remember we said in that video, I think that it was like prettier than Paris because it was just very clean and everything was really well kept, and you have that real European square feel in there. I would say beaches, Japan. I feel like Japan has a lot of nice islands and beaches that we got to see, but we never expected that from Japan. Architecture, I would pick Croatia just for the you feel like you've gone back in time, kind of walking through the narrow alleys and the cobblestones and everything. Also, like Guanajuato, I think is like a special place for us because it was our beginning of YouTube, but also it's a really unique layout, and it's sort of like the main town is at the base of sort of a valley, and then all the houses go up really steep, and they're really colorful, and it's a pain to get up to your hostel and stuff, but it's really nice.
What do you think you find is either the worst part or the most stressful part about traveling and traveling so constantly? Maybe it's being away from friends and family, or maybe it's something more logistical. I don't know. What would you say is the worst part?
I can think of, just quickly, internet is one, because we rely on the internet and we don't always get the best internet wherever we go. Uncertainty, because our income isn't stable, and so if a last minute thing comes up or like an unexpected cost or something, like that's a risk because we budget as we go, kind of. And we don't have a home base that is our own, and for me, like I want my own kitchen, and I want my own, once in a while I would like to have a place to call our own, because we're always guests wherever we go. We
are slow travelers, so we try and stay a month, we do our work on the computer, we make some money, and we continue. But then we meet up with friends, like when we met up with one of her friends in Bangkok, and he was like every day, like events, activities, and it's like it looks like so much fun, but it's just his 2 weeks he did it like crazy, but we can't really do that because you're working and traveling at the same time. So he's working and then he's traveling, spending his money. We're doing it like
it's our life, right?
It's like traveling is the life.
So it could take away from certain experiences, like if you were to go somewhere on vacation. I mean, that's something we could plan too. Like we could plan a week where like maybe no work, but we haven't really done that ever. What's your favorite part of living this travel lifestyle of working and traveling at the same time that you guys haven't decided to choose? For me, it's like I don't have to wake up in the morning and go to work. I can work at 10 in the morning, I can work at midnight. It really doesn't matter. And I can still do work. I still do as much work as someone does
at a job, but I just do it in a coffee shop in Paris, or I do it from my bed in Mexico, you know, so
Yeah.
it's like my choice. Everything is like, you know, I don't have, my only boss is Felicia.
And I guess the Wi-Fi sometimes.
Yeah.
That's true. My favorite thing is definitely the people. So either the people that we meet while we're traveling who really like make an impact on the way we see a city, and they're so, a lot of the times, like so helpful and so willing to like showcase where they're from, and they want us to enjoy it. But also the people that we've connected with on our channel, like you, for instance. Like, it's crazy. Someone told us once that magic happens in the comments, and like that's in the comments. Like, you can connect and like build these lifelong relationships, or connect with people in a way that even though you haven't met, you feel like you know each other a lot. And so that's my favorite part, the people aspect of it. I have a feeling that we'll go to a place, we don't know where it is yet, but we'll get there and we'll be like, this is the place where we need to either spend more time or just stay here for longer than we would normally. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Because Felicia's always said that. She's always said like that we're waiting for that one city, and we'll know that will be the city.
I feel like there's a strong pull to Europe right now, like from our past experiences and just things that we would like to see and do. It's in and around Europe for us.
Well, thank you guys so much for this, for joining me for this interview. I don't even know how many parts I'm gonna break this. Or maybe I'll just do like all the laughing parts and make that one video.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be in Toronto for another little bit, so if you guys wanna know more about their experiences in Toronto, they're gonna be making some more videos, so you make sure to check them out. I'll put all their links in the description. They're on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Leave us a comment down below if you guys want any more of this type of series where we talk with other travelers. Yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for new video content. But that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, go explore something.
Were we not supposed to say it?
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
I ruined it.